Welcome to After Hours from Italy. Kawasaki Racing Team, not a bad start to the season for the black and green mark, but oh no, that's not the story of this weekend, because quite simply, red is the colour at Imola. They absolutely dominated, didn't they? Incredible pole position, fastest lap in both races, 2 race wins, 50 points, championship lead down to 35 now. Unbeatable this weekend.
Yeah, hugely impressive from Ducati, and right from the start of the weekend we saw Chaz Davies really have an edge over everyone else, and he really brought that form all the way through the practice sessions, qualifying and both races. So just dominant stuff from Chaz, really.
And of course it's their 90th anniversary year as well, Steve, here in Italy for Ducati, based a stone's throw from here, an hour or so in the car, Bologna. How has this put a different complexion on the championship though now? Because we saw a bit of a struggle for Jonathan Rea this afternoon and yesterday as well, while the momentum is with Davis. So there's a real feeling of optimism in the air down here at Ducati now.
Yeah, and this weekend we really saw just a continuation of what we've seen from Kawasaki throughout this season, where Rea's been able to get his podiums, get his wins, but it's been a struggle for him. And this weekend the engine braking issues showed up again, and in race 2 continuation of that problem as well. So it hasn't been trouble free for Rea, but he still holds that championship lead, 35 points. So it's a challenge for Ducati to still overcome that, but really impressive from them this weekend.
Yeah, it means the gaps come down in the manufacturers as well. Ducati trying to close in there on Kawasaki. I think Ernesto Marinelli's around, so I don't know whether you want to go and try and grab him for a second, Stephen. I don't know whether he's in the box.
Yeah, I'll just go get Ernesto.
See you in a second. While he's looking for Ernesto Marinelli, here's a look at what happened in Super Sport, because it was a great race again this afternoon, but we have had the first repeat winner of the 2016 season. Remember, we'd had 4 different winners in the first 4 races. Randy Krummenacher, though, could not start the restarted race because this happened in the first start. He was shown the black and orange flag and not allowed to restart, even though he did get back to the pit lane. Kenan Sofoglu coming through then to become the first 2-time winner of 2016. And then more Ducati delight in the Superstock 1000 race here, as Tati Mercado came through to make it 2 wins from 3 in the season so far. And what was an amazing, truly amazing day for Ducati when they had all of the big bosses here as well. Gigi Dell'Igna, Paolo Ciabatti. I think we have got Ernesto now. Yes, we have, the project manager for the Superbike team. Ernesto, congratulations.
Hi, thank you very much.
I'm going to go and find Tati Mercado, your other winner, so I'll leave you with Steve. See you in a minute.
Yep.
Ernesto, a great
Hi.
weekend for Ducati, and a double win, super pole, and 2 fastest laps for Chaz Davies. A really strong performance.
Yeah, we are really pleased. Of course, have such a strong result here in Imola. You know, close by to the company. It's really a great satisfaction and happiness for everyone, especially for all the Ducatisti that today came, you know, to constantly, you know, help us and make us strong.
We were just talking about the championship now as well. 35-point gap between Jonathan Rea and Chaz in the championship. How much confidence do you have that over the course of Sepang, Donington and the next couple of rounds that we'll be able to see that gap come down even further?
Well, of course, it's you know, 35 points still, you know, quite a bit. But there's still, you know, 8 races to go, and for sure our target is to try to win as many races as possible. And so I think we're gonna face each race with the same strength and strong attitude as we did this weekend.
Thanks, Ernesto, and we'll go to Greg with Tati Mercado.
Thanks, Steve. Well, we're here on the podium, actually, and we're going to start with one of these inflatable Prosecco things. They were causing all sorts of problems. They went down at least 3 times, and even, look at this, Gigi Dell'Igna, the head of Ducati Corsi, almost being wiped out by one of these here this afternoon. Could have been awful. But it was a great day for Ducati in the end, and Tati Mercado winning in the Superstock 1000 race, up on the top step again. Good way to fight back after Assen, but your bike was half naked. What happened?
Yes, I saw after the chicken flag that something was wrong, and I see the bodywork was out, and I didn't know. I feel something strange I think in the beginning of the race, but I didn't think that was the bodywork. But I'm very happy for this race, and was a fantastic race, a very good fight also with the Rosa. And after when I passed him for the last time, I tried to push and be consistent to the end. I feel very good with the bike, and So I'm happy for this win because for me it's like a home race. I live very close from the circuit. Also for Ducati it's a home race, so I'm very happy. It was a fantastic weekend for us, also for the victory of the Chas.
Okay, well, thanks very much for that, Tassi. Well done again. Be careful with this thing when you leave the podium. They're quite dangerous. Right, Steve, wherever you are, back to you.
Hashtag Vamos on Jonathan Ray's bike, and unfortunately for the Kawasaki's, they needed far more than just a hashtag this weekend. It was a big struggle for Kawasaki, and for the first time this year we really saw that internal strife within Kawasaki really flare up again. But for Jonathan Ray, it's a case of being able to take 40 points and again keep that championship lead. 35-point lead for Jonathan Ray, but a big struggle for them this weekend as they were dealing with the engine braking issues that we've seen in the past as well. We saw the two Kawasaki's fight and each of them take 2 podiums, but ultimately it was a disappointing day for the Team Green bikes. But myself and Greg were busy interviewing a lot of people through the weekend, and here's what everyone had to say after the race, including a couple of special guests.
Incredible, what a weekend. It's just gone right, start to finish, and honestly can't say it was really expected. It's always been a really strong track for the main competitors.
I was really lucky today in 2 situations. One, I ran the AstroTurf a little bit on the exit of the last corner and had a huge moment. And when I landed, I bent my back brake lever so bad that it was hard to use. So in this circuit where I use a lot because of the wheelie and the undulations, it was hard to manage the bike. And then with I don't know how many laps to go, I was full gas in 5th gear and the bike just cut out. I thought something was broken, so I checked the dash. I was about to switch the bike off and on again, and when I back shifted, everything came alive again. So I was so lucky because I honestly expected a DNF at that stage.
Well, we basically lost the complete hour on Friday, which looks like we could have done because from the step we made yesterday to today. I feel that extra hour would have been absolutely priceless now because we're already much better feeling, much more consistency, and that's something we can work on.
Jack, what is it that takes you to Imola for this weekend?
Yeah, it's been a great weekend so far. Yesterday we had some awesome racing, and today I think we're in store for some even better racing. But no, it's been awesome. First time to the track, really liking it, and it's awesome to see how the boys are going over here in the Superbike.
In the race 1, I have a little bit problem with the rear tire on the middle of the race. No, after 5 laps, and I finish 8th, not so bad, but in the second race I finish 11, but I have a little bit problem in the last lap. I don't know at the moment what is it the problem. And nothing. I'm happy for this weekend, and I hope to go better in the second part of the race.
We've got the chassis working really good. We just need to work on power. Also, the weight of the bike is still too heavy, but step by step, the guys are working really hard, and we're progressing. So it's good to get some results for Envy Augusta in their home round.
It's like coming home because I have a lot of friends here, so it's like coming to the second family. I tried to come a lot last year, but at the end I always had an event coming at the last moment, so I never managed to see a race. So I'm happy that I managed to come and see some friends here.
We got off to probably, on paper, too good a season. Not really reality. Just got off to a good season, a good start, and we're making the best of every situation. But it's work in progress, and we're learning every race. So I think it's definitely onwards and upwards, and I think now is the time after the next few races in succession where we have some testing where we can expect some updates from Kawasaki.
We've got a couple of things that I want to work on, but as I said, the bike's very complete now. It's just a load of fine tuning going on, but I feel like there's a couple of areas where we can kind of sharpen our tool a little bit.
Well, at least we haven't had quite so many of these white poplar seeds flying around in the air this year as last year. But good to see the likes of Loris Baz and Jack Miller here, and good to have Jack with us in the commentary box as well today for World Supersport. That was good.
Yeah, definitely, Greg. It was good to see these MotoGP riders come back here, and obviously for Loris Baz having been a race winner here as well, it means a lot for him. And as you said, a lot of the popular seeds in the air, but there was also a fairing in the air in Stock 1000, so an awful lot of things of note this weekend as well. But 2 weeks' time we move on to the next round of the championship in Sepang in Malaysia, and very different conditions to what we have here in Imola.
Yeah, well, very different indeed. Of course, we've gone from one really historic venue with Assen a couple of weeks ago. As you say, it's going to be very hot and sweaty in Malaysia in 2 weeks' time. But of course, we can't forget the fact that we have been here, Steve, today at Imola on Sunday the 1st of May. So it's only appropriate that we leave you with Tamburello.